Thank you for watching the East West Football Podcast on the East West Football Network YouTube channel. I am your host, Fidel Barraza. Alongside with me, like always, Jerry Martinez and Kendall Whitley, and our special guest tonight, TJ Houshmandzadeh. How you doing, TJ?
I'm well, guys. How you guys doing, man?
Great.
Doing
Appreciate
real
you.
good, man. Yeah.
So let's go and get started. So we're about to enter week 4 in the NFL season. I just want to get your thoughts on the plays so far and what you noticed the most.
Man, what I've noticed the most, obviously the game is different. Nothing that surprised me. I guess the biggest thing is how bad Seattle is on defense, and they're winning because of Russell Wilson. And also Aaron Rodgers saying, you guys are going to waste a first-round pick because I'm going to show you guys that I'm still that guy. Those are probably the things that have stuck out to me, aside from the guys that I've worked with. Told everybody before the draft that Chase Claypool will be a problem. They didn't want to believe me. I'm talking guys that work in the NFL in the front office. They didn't want to believe me. And so I think they'll believe me now moving forward.
And speaking of rookies, I've been very impressed with Joe Burrow and the way he's transitioned into the NFL. I thought he was going to get his first win last weekend against the Eagles, but unfortunately didn't happen. But what stands out to you the most of Joe Burrow?
His confidence, man. When we worked with him leading up to the draft, he was just real confident. And initially, you probably thought, like, fuck does he think he is? Like, he carried himself that way. But extreme confidence, and he's a competitor. They should have won. They'll win this Sunday against the Jags. I believe they'll get their first win this Sunday. But if they can fortify the middle of that offensive line, the Bengals are going to be a problem because defensively they're not bad defensively. It's just up the middle in that offensive line. They can't protect him. He's getting hit so often. They got good skilled guys, and I'm talking receivers, running backs. Fortify that offensive line up the middle, and the Bengals going to be a problem.
And then also, too, I just want to talk to you a little bit about last Monday night's game, Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens. We saw Patrick Mahomes light it up like always. But, I mean, to me at least, I was surprised how Lamar Jackson struggled against that Chiefs defense. I just want to get your thoughts on this play so far.
I was surprised Baltimore lost. They had been playing so well, and I mean, literally nobody could do nothing with them. They were making it look easy, and this is the NFL. And then you go to Kansas City. First game, Houston kind of played a bend but don't break defense, and they did well against them. And then you see them struggle against the Chargers. So you like, is Kansas City really this good? They're good. They're winning, but they could have lost to the Chargers. Pat Mahomes was person to person was outplayed by a rookie in his first start in Herbert. And so you didn't think they would – I didn't think they could compete with Baltimore. And I was wrong. Baltimore manned them up, and that's a recipe for disaster when you playing Mahomes and the Chiefs. And so, yeah, I was shocked. I'm not going to lie. I was shocked. I picked Baltimore to win, and I thought they'd win by double digits, to be honest with you.
What's going on with you, TJ?
Good, man. What's happening?
Hey, all right, doing all right. Hey, I'm a huge Patriots fan, and I see on Instagram you follow N'Keal Harry. What do you think about him? Do you think he's the answer for the Patriots at wide receiver, or do you think they need to go out and get another target for Cam?
A receiver of his stature is, and I mean his size, as long as you can put the ball in the vicinity of him, he's going to have success. Kind of had some communication with him this offseason. We talked on the phone, and I was just giving him advice and talking to him about what he should do. And he told me how much he was weighing. I told him how much weight he should lose. He lost the weight. I think he'll get out here after this season, and I'll work with him. Because if he can really understand how to set guys up and separate at the top of his route, the sky's the limit. As you can see with Cam, he's playing fine. And I don't think people thought that would be the case. Oh, Cam Newton, he's just going to throw to the tight ends. And Cam Newton has been a pleasant surprise. But, yeah, I think N'Keal Harry, if you just give him opportunities to make plays with his ability to go get the ball in his size, he's going to make them.
Yes, and you definitely can see a lot of improvement from last year because he's getting a lot of separation this year. He's making those big boy catches. We haven't seen a lot of him going down the field just yet, but I feel it's coming. They got Kansas City Sunday, so it's gonna be a tough game. But I think if we can pull it off, it's gonna be a big part of Cam getting the ball to N'Keal Harry, Jacoby Myers, Julie Edelman.
It's gonna be. I actually I think I think the Patriots might win this game. To be honest with you, the Chiefs are good, but just going back to how Houston and San Diego were able to keep them in check. Bill Belichick is going to put a plan together. He's probably going to put Gilmore on whomever else isn't Tyreek Hill and double Tyreek. And so
Yes.
now they're going to be forced to throw the ball to Kelsey. I think you'll have a plan for that. And so it's if Cam can be how he's been in these first 3 games, the Patriots will win the game. They're going to have a hard time stopping that Patriots run game because they give you so many looks and it's so dimensional that you just don't know what's coming. And so I think the Patriots will win the game, man. I'm happy for Cam that a guy that's won a national championship, first pick of the draft, MVP of the league, taking his team to the Super Bowl, and you have to sign literally at the last minute for $1 million with incentives. It's kind of crazy. So I'm glad that he's playing the way he's playing.
Right, that's real good. I appreciate that, TJ. And one more thing, I got we can't have you out here and not ask you about your friend Chad Ochocinco. Explain your relationship with Chad Ochocinco.
Me and Chad get along, man. Like, been knowing Chad since we was 18, 19 years old, man. And so we communicate. We don't communicate every day like we used to, but we communicate via text. He'll call me here and there, talk with his son. But Chad is until we leave this earth, is always going to be a friend of mine just because we met at such an early age. Chad is Chad. Like, we get along. We can argue, might fight, but we always going to be cool.
Appreciate it, TJ.
Hey, TJ. Hey, man. Real quick. Real quick. What Kendall said. I mean, you made it fun, man. You and Chad made it so fun just to watch the Bengals. I mean, you guys actually made the Bengals fun. I know I was a big fan of yours, actually. I just loved the way you played. I mean, I don't remember you being like over, your stature being over, like over muscular or over like, 6'5" or whatever. But the way you played with so much heart, and man, those are good old days, right? But
I got decent size. I was 6'2". I probably played about 205.
you see, with that, but still, you play. I mean, you were out there playing like a dog. But man,
Yeah.
man, I actually have a coworker who's a big Bengal fan, and he's nonstop talking about the good old days with you and Chad. And he actually says the same thing. He's actually you were his favorite. But real back, and so tell us, what's a fun fact about TJ that maybe
Shit, I
people
don't
don't
know,
know?
man. I don't know. I don't know what people don't know. I don't know. Fun fact that I've coached a nationally ranked softball team for the last 6 years. Just finished. I started these girls at 11 years old
Oh
and
wow,
had 17 girls, and all of them went off and got college scholarships. And out of the 17, 15 went to play in a Power 5 conference.
wow.
Yeah,
Because
so I'm more than just a football guy.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, I saw that you were a coach at one point, right? Or are you still?
I coached football for a couple years, but my daughters got into softball, and so I started to learn the game, and I coached one of them. And again, I won a national championship in softball,
Yeah.
and we've had multiple top 5 finish in national tournaments. And so I don't think people would know that if they didn't really know me personally.
Yeah. That I didn't know. I mean, I was about to ask you. So, how's life after football, right? And because I mean, we obviously get to see you on TV. So, but I mean, tell us. I mean, how's that been for you?
That's it, man. If I'm not doing nothing in the media or coaching my kids in softball, I do have a son now. He's 6.
Oh wow.
We just, like I told you, we just got back from the fields. This quarantine has enabled my son to realize, like, he doesn't like football. He loves it.
Oh
I
wow.
mean, like, the quarantine, he didn't have school. So literally every day he went to train with me when I was getting guys ready for the draft every single day. And he just started to develop this love for football. And I mean, He loves it. Can tell you every player, what team, what college they went to.
Wow.
And so that's probably the best thing that has happened is my son has developed this love for football.
Man, that's amazing. That's a great story. But TJ, thank you so much. I mean, like I said, um, continued success, man. I mean, I love what you're doing. So keep up the great work, TJ.
I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all take care. And Kendall, by the way, man, when Chad was with the Patriots, man, I went and worked out. They should have signed me, man. That workout was one of the best workouts they probably ever seen, man. But they had too many guys, man.
Yes, I remember all that. And before we let you go, I want to say I watch you almost every time you go into her with Colin Cowherd. I'm a big Colin Cowherd fan, and man, you do a great job coming up there giving your opinions, man.
All
Yeah.
right, I appreciate that, man. You guys keep up the great work, man. Much success to you guys.
Appreciate it.
Take care, fellas.